Hello folks, I'm Josh McGehee here with another edition of Thursday Thoughts with the Peacocks. This week I'm excited to be joined by a couple members of the Upper Iowa men's bowling team. First up, it's Eric Roberts. Eric, thanks for taking the time to speak with us here this week.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about at this point in the year, again, it was a while that you guys were able to compete here in 2023. You wrapped up the end of the year with a couple of competitions in Vegas, and you already had one this year. Talk to me about these past few competitions and how things are going for you guys.
Those last few events have been on kind of the biggest stages that we have been on for the whole season. First one being Vegas. I personally have never been in a stadium like that in bowling, and I'm sure most of the team really hasn't. And so it was a really good experience to understand where we could be and where we could improve and understand how to do our best on the biggest stage.
So Eric, this is your first year with the Upper Iowa men's bowling team. Obviously you've gone through quite a few competitions, but at this point, how have things been going for you in your first year?
It's been a great experience. You know, I've kind of meshed with the team very well, and it's felt like a family. And at this moment, we feel like we can communicate to each other and understand where we are and what we need to do for the future of this program and what we can do to make sectionals. Sectionals is right around the corner, and we can definitely push ourselves to get in there and make our last stride for it.
Well, Eric, you guys won't have too far to travel for your next competition this weekend. Again, you will be competing there in Cedar Rapids. Talk to me about expectations for the event and what you guys are hoping to accomplish.
The most important thing we've done for the past week is shot making. We've made sure to have the best shot for the best situation, and I definitely think we are very confident going into this tournament, and especially when we could be close to the people that support us the most on campus. That is really the best thing for us, and I feel like we could definitely do that push for sectionals.
Well, Eric, good luck this weekend in Cedar Rapids, and as always, thanks for taking the time to speak with us here this week.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll have Jonah Martin. All right, now I'm happy to be joined by Jonah Martin. Jonah, thanks for taking the time to join us here this week.
Thank you.
So again, let's talk about at this point in the year, you guys have just a handful of competitions left before potentially making it into postseason play. As far as the team has done so far this year, talk to me about how things have been going.
The season's gone pretty good. You know, we've had our ups and downs, but you know, chemistry is like the biggest thing. I mean, our chemistry has been there, you know, the whole year. So it's been going down a little bit lately, but you know, we're starting to bring it back together as a team and starting to form as more of a family, instead of a team, more as a family. You know, it's more important to a sport instead of being individually. You know, it's more important to have team chemistry and a family to build with instead of individually.
Jonah, you were part of a large group of returners to the team this year. Talk to me about just the experience of being one of the leaders on the team and working together with some of these guys over the course of the last couple of years.
Things have been going pretty good this year. I mean, tournament-wise, you know, I've been bowling pretty good. You know, not my A game, but you know, it takes time. You know, practice. I've been practicing nonstop to try and get better and improve my game. You know, I feel like I'm not at that peak just yet. You know, maybe a couple more tournaments. You know, maybe next year I'll be able to step it up to my A game. But I mean, our past tournaments though, Vegas. I mean, Vegas was a huge tournament for us. You know, it was more about the experience. You know, being on a bigger stage. That stadium. I mean, it was an amazing stadium. I bowled there personally many times, but you know, being on that bigger stage. You know, instead of being in like a small bowling alley with only 40 lanes. You know, the nervousness gets to you because you're like, oh, I'm on a big stage. You know, I got to do the best that I can. And I mean, it was a really big step for us as a team. You know, to experience that. You know, overcome our fears. So, and other than that, I mean, Vegas, you know, we had fun there. We were there as a team. You know, we may have had one bad day, but, you know, we stepped it up and we came together as a team and, you know, we had fun the next day.
Well, again, Jonah, you guys won't have to travel that much farther for your next competition here in Cedar Rapids. Again, at this point in the year, how important it is to you guys be bowling, you know, at your peak form here at the right time of the season and expectations for this weekend?
Yeah, it's really important for us to bowl, our best right now because sectionals is not too far away. I think right now, we're really close to that mark of sectionals, and we got to keep our energy up on the lanes. After a couple games, we start to die down in energy in a little bit. So if we keep that energy up and chant for everyone, cheer for everyone, I feel like we'll be able to bowl a little bit better and also have a little bit more fun on the lanes.
Well, Jonah, good luck to you and the team this upcoming weekend. And as always, thanks for taking the time to speak with us here this week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm Josh McGehee. Go Peacocks.